Good evening, everyone. How is it going today? Welcome in. It's so good to see you. And thank you so much, Kira, for the stretch and the posture check. I appreciate it, as well as the hydrate. And Gossek, what is up? How are you going? It's so good to see everyone here today. And exciting news, for the month of June, we're going to be raising money for Rainbow Railroad as part of Tyria Pride. So we've got our Tiltify all set up there. We've got a goal of $200. So it would be like absolutely amazing if anyone is up for supporting that. That would be massively appreciated. But yeah, we're back again today with some Guild Wars 2. Our weeklies have reset, and we're also somewhat in the middle of setting up. I'll probably actually go through and refine some of my virtuoso setups here, because Virtuoso needs a few tweaks to really sort of vibe out in open world. So we've taken a quick look at what Snow Crows has to offer here, and really we're swapping out, I think it's domination for inspiration here, which is a bit more of the defensive trait line. So a few things we've got here. When we use a healing skill, we'll remove condies from ourselves. Phantasms will take condies from us when they are summoned. We'll get Aegis whenever we use distortion, so that's really sweet. We'll create a clone when we use a healing skill, which will really just help with blades actually. Increase healing to other allies. Summoning an illusion heals all allies around you, so it just gives us a bit more survivability. And restorative illusions. Heal and cleanse conditions from yourself and nearby allies when you use a shatter skill. So it's just a whole bunch of Condi cleanse tied into our blade skills as well, which is very, very handy. And we have arcane thievery here, which will actually give ourselves some quickness as well, which is pretty sweet, but it's also going to steal boons and transfer condies from us. Now, one thing I do actually want to get is a a shield. So I was just sort of sussing out the best way for me to do that. I don't think I really have any means of, well, if I check on Guild Wars 2 efficiency, let's take a look actually. We actually do just need to log into that, so let us do that. Efficiency, let's grab that one. Okay, so that's up there. And Mr. said you don't believe in inspiring distortion gives yourself ages, just your teammates. Ugh, well, that sucks. Oh, to other nearby allies. Yeah, okay, well that's rough. Makes sense though, because we get distortion, so why would we need ages? So that makes sense in that capacity. So let's check over her. Why won't she snap? There we go. Okay. Let's see if we have just a random ascended shield lying around that I'm not using. So let's go type, weapons, subtype, shield. Ideally, if we got an ascended one, that would be sweet. You died today, I was thinking it did. Oof. That is rough. Got a celestial one sitting there. Got a healing one there. These are all ones that this character's sort of using, so I don't really want to do that. You know, honestly, easiest thing for us is just to head to World vs. World and just get a stat selectable one. Lodric, what's up? Great to see you. Hope you are having an exceptional day. Okay, let's go do this. And I think I actually accidentally overwrote my Power Virtuoso build as well. Fortunately, it's very similar to Condi Virtuoso, so it's not going to be too much for me to recreate it. But still, not the most ideal thing I've ever done. Cool, we just got that. I won't bother making it Celestial, we'll just make it Vipers. Let's get this all set up, and then we'll blast out our weekly. Because I want to get that done on this account and on NA tonight, so we can load those accounts up with as much Astral Acclaim as is possible. Okay. So we got this build here. That's our sort of open world vert. This is our regular DPS Virtuoso, and here is what should be our Power Virtuoso build. That seems kind of fine, actually. I might even just go Snow Crows. Let's check the actual build, because I think what is in that set? That's spear and dagger sword. Okay. It's Mesmer. Give us our virtuoso dagger / sword and spear. I'm just going to copy the build template. I'm going to paste that. Yep, I only really wanted it for the skills there. I don't love Mantra Pain, never have, never will, but I know, it's fine. I mean, you can run a Sword of Decimation. That's a fun skill to run because you can use it for some extra damage and it's a bunch of extra Defiance Bar damage and Immobilize as well, so that's pretty sweet. Another good one as well is Psionic Force. So there's a few good skills you can run there. Let's change that to be Power Virtuoso. I have Virtuoso. I've now spelt it correctly. Now in this set of gear, let's just see. Force and Impact, Force, Impact, yep. Well, it's got Zakharos on there. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we can change that to... yeah, this one was, I think, Fireworks? Can be Thief as well if I'm a bit on the lazy side. And Logan, welcome in. Yes, Guild Wars 2 is great. Welcome in, mate. It's great to see you. Mikara, it's pouring out here, so Flop didn't eat until nearly 8:30 PM because of rainy weather. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hope they're doing okay now. Angry Phil, welcome in. You are sitting on enough mats to craft a Gen 3 legendary weapon, but waiting for Tuesday to see what's available in the Bolt starter pack. Good thing to do to wait. I wouldn't expect a Gen 3 to make its way in there. They seem to be pretty set on having Generation 1 weapons in there at the moment, but I could be wrong. But we shall see. Okay, so there's our Condivert. There's our Power Vert. Those things are set, which is good. So we've got Condivert build here, open world Condivert. Yep, this is what we're kind of working with right now. So here, I will want to add in oh, you found info for that? Oh, did you? Hell yeah. What was I doing? Here we go. Just going to pop a shield here. So this will be Viper? Even though I have legendary sigils, I really should just not worry too much about this. Now here I'll just put Celerity here. I believe next few starter kits were data mined if you really didn't want to wait. Okay, nice. Feel free to DM that to me on Discord and I can also take a look at that. Oh, he's been snuggling up to you tonight? On that note, give Addie some pets and scratches. I will once she makes her way back here. She's chilling out. She's chilling out with Jess at the moment. I'll send you off to the Shadow Realm. Bye-bye. The reason why I asked is because you're thinking of coming back after a long break. Oh, I'll circle back to your original question. What does Guild Wars 2 look like at the moment? Are still a lot of players doing meta events, dungeons, compared to a couple of years ago? Yeah, honestly, the population of Guild Wars 2 is still fantastic. Lots of people doing open world meta events. Raids are still populated, strikes are populated. Core game dungeons you won't see that many people doing, but if you put a group up in the LFG, it will eventually fill. That's just the way it's been for honestly years at this point, because dungeons have been somewhat replaced by fractals, strikes, and raids. Oh, so Violet's cool. Thank you. This is the embodiment of pink at the moment. This is the Condivert that's set up for Sarah CM, which will likely be starting up this Sunday, which I'm very, very happy about. But yeah, obviously Guild Wars 2 is in a great state right now. Got a new patch coming out for Janthea Wilds. It's going to land this coming Tuesday for the rest of the world, Wednesday for me, Australia time zone being what it is. And we have a new expansion coming in October. Good times. Okay, let's see. Celerity, and of course that skin is like, it's not where it's at. Now we need something that is ridiculously pink for it. A legendary starter kit. Okay, so that is Frenzy, Minstrel, Sunrise, or Rodcore. Thank you for sharing that, Gossick. October's confirmed. Yeah, it's been pushed back there. And thank you for that, Gossek. Yeah, that's very helpful. Legendary Weapon Starter Key, set 8. So yeah, Frenzy, Minstrel, Sunrise, Rod Gort. Good to have Sunrise in there. No, I think they're going to officially announce the new X-Pack, and we'll probably get more details and trailer shenanigans. I think it's in July, they said in their most recent studio update. July sounds correct. Oh, that's a good shield skin. Don't mind that. Oh, Shattered Shield's pretty sweet. Eagle Eye Shield. Oh, the Salt Spray one actually kind of works. Yeah, that's a good one. Very pink. We're very happy about it. PK, what's up? Great to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, now, I had many thoughts, but they've all left me. Okay. It's alright, they will return when it is appropriate. We'll keep Earth and Agony there. I don't really want to swap too many things around. Crate's good. Got a bit of extra quickness. We will also get some quickness whenever we block an attack as well, so that's nice. Yeah, so we'll get a little bit of quickness. It's going to make our life a bit easier. Thank you, Kiara. I appreciate that. Yeah, when Addie pops up, we'll make sure to give her a scratch. Right, let's take a look at weeklies now. Complete 10 events. Let's just go deal with some stuff over on YouTube right now. There we go. We'll keep an eye on that. I have to actually figure out how to mod properly. With the streamer bot chat. Okay. Now, weekly, so the 10 events, 1 legendary rank, Jade Mech or Inquest. So we could do the Dragon Void, or that sort of mini dungeon. That will basically complete the events. Jade Mechs or Inquest, and salvage 50 items. That's fine. Legendary rank enemy, that's fine. Yeah, okay, so let's get to work. Do we have access to Dragon Stand? Not yet. But we do have access to Echovald Wilds. I'm just going to place a waypoint over there. We'll make our way there.
Be advised that Echovald Forest
Ungroup those tabs. Why are they grouped?
Travel at your own.
Yes, that's better.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Actually, just see what I can do there. I might actually add quick user actions to that. I'll deal with that in a bit. Let's just find a spot to stand, then I'll work on that. Okay, let's try settings. Oh, I can just do that there. Easy. Cool. Should also actually practice some of this. Let's go. But we at least get a few extra boons here, which is nice. Black Dragon, thank you for the stretch. I appreciate that. We'll just deal with this.
Might and glory.
There we go. Thank you for that. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Afaro, what's up, mate? Hope you're having a good one.
My pain is
Right now, we're just doing a bit of... Well, we're actually sort of working towards our weeklies. Just getting a little bit distracted by making a few changes to the Condivert build, just to make it a bit more suitable for open world. So that's all set up now. So we really get a bit more boon access and some Condi cleanse, which that's honestly made things drastically easier. A bow and arrow, no NA raids today? No, not today. That will be on Wednesday. Wednesday is our usual NA raid day. But welcome in, it's so good to see you. And I always struggle navigating around Eckerwald. Oh no, I'm actually going the correct way now. Good. We should also, if there are any batteries, here we go. Just jump up here. Two, three, four. Alright, thanks for the hydrate. There we go. Also glad that we finally got our font updated in Nexus. This character only has 1% map completion, so getting anywhere is actually going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so just right about, I think it's about there is where we need to go. So let's go shuffle this way. For me, the horrible thing about having a patio is that eventually you have to clean it and remove the weeds you didn't touch all year. So sorry to hear that, mate. I can definitely sympathize with you there. Those weeds, if you don't get them for the year, they're going to be a nightmare to deal with. Like Jess and I've had to deal with that, and since we moved into our house, the neglecting to deal with weeds and then all of a sudden having to deal with them all at once. Yeah, it's rough. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long though, and they're not too ingrained. Would be good as well to actually unlock Mirage on this character. Just so I can get rid of that little exclamation mark. On the plus side, you have Patty. That is good. There's a very big positive. This area is called Silent Surf. That's a nice touch. Alright, here we go. And also like here we can do time warp.
Ah, you nearly frightened me.
This is the Rose Room. From here on, each room will become more dangerous than the last.
And welcome in. We are playing Guild Wars 2 right now. I might turn off Arc DPS.
The Phoenix Room. See how Void has made a mockery of our ancient trial.
That's good. This actually counts as doing events, which is very nice.
Reflection. I I feared the void would destroy it all, but you give me hope.
That actually gives us a little bit of quickness as well. The honest is having a bit more boon access on Condivert is making life much easier.
Please, keep ridding this sacred
That one
place
hurt.
of void.
Actually, Bard, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you, and thank you for kicking off a hype train. Everyone, enjoy No More Ads and your wonderful ad emos. Thank you so much.
Actually, Bard gifted a tier 1 sub to Borskovsky __.
Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
Actually,
I haven't
Bard
played Guild Wars
gifted
2
a
since
tier
the first
1 sub to
expansion
Soapbubble
came out. It's very good
_.
MMO, though. It really, really is. Honestly, Guild Wars 2 is like even better now
Actually,
than it's ever
Bard
been. It's in a
gifted a tier 1
fantastic
sub
spot.
to Nephilian.
Nice little amount of quickness there. One Guild Wars 2 player to another. Thank you so much, Bard. I super appreciate you. It's really, really kind of you. Continue to the next chamber. Yeah, I'm liking this.
Laid waste by the void. Ready yourself. The rooms are truly deadly from here.
Sort of dance around them a bit. It's a bit rough not having focus on us at the moment, because we can't group things up as well, which is just incredibly nice for Vert.
Once so peaceful.
Let's target that. We've got to make sure we actually have a target.
One more room until victory.
Let's get a block off. Wouldn't mind trying out some Condi Chrono at some point as well.
Sharp blades, sharp iron.
I may actually need some more Mesmers. No, that was a bit of a waste. Not the quickness though.
The serpent. Look out. Fight it. Please. Restore our temple once more.
The blocks and survivability are really, really good. You should practice your Condi. The good thing about Condi Vert is that it actually plays super similar to Power Vert. So once you know one build, it's actually pretty chill to pick up the next one. Condi Vert is definitely the easier of them though. It's a much less strict. It's not even so much a strict rotation as the Power one. The Power one has like a few more considerations for it.
Sharp blades, sharp iron.
Nice.
I won't.
Then we can go talk to the Luxon Spirit here.
Is restored.
I think, oh, we can go back to the teleporter. Oh yeah, just do that. You're playing Condivert but don't have the right gear on. Oh yeah, make sure you get that gear right, because Condivert is quite sensitive to it. You want 100% crit chance or 60% crit without Fury. And trying to get to 100% bleed duration with the gear. If you can do that, then there's actually quite a few gear combinations that will work.
Ah, you nearly frightened me to death.
Signet of Midnight.
But I'm thankful you're here to help us.
I'm just going to swap these. I might actually put Rain of Swords there.
This is the Rose Room. From here on, each room will become more dangerous than the last.
There we go.
The Phoenix Room. See how Void has made a mockery of our ancient trial.
I only have Ascended Gear, Destiny to get Legendary Armor. Oh, it's so good when you can finally get Legendary Armor. That was like a huge bit of quality of life on this account.
Entered the room of
But yeah, have you figured out what set of Legendary Armor you want to work towards?
But you
Might
give me
be
hope.
glory.
spirits halfway to the end. Please, keep ridding this sacred place of void.
It's a nice little mini dungeon to do though, especially if it's void killer for the week. Thank you so much for those subs.
The Jasmine Room. It was my favorite before Void took over. Your courage will be remembered. And
Don't really have a stun break though. We do have distortion.
Sharp blades, sharp line.
Let's target that void infested there. Not for stats or anything, it's super useful, it is, dude. You blow through ungodly amounts of transmutation charges and it's expensive. Oh, true. That's another one of the huge unsung benefits of it. Oh, you take any legendary armor? Okay, so what game mode do you tend to play the most? What's your preferred game mode? Which is fastest? If you have insane amounts of gold, the obsidian armor, the open world armor. Practically though, I think raids, if you raid, raids are the best one to get. They are probably also the cheapest. So you play PvE, so you'll either be the obsidian armor or raid armor. If you raid, I'd recommend getting the raid set. But yeah, if you don't do that, then it really leaves you the open world set. The open world set, you can do it insanely quickly. For an Exodum, did an entire set of legendary open world armor in a week, but it was a bit of an unhinged gameplay loop. I currently have about 2.3k in liquid gold. Like, you could probably... Depends a bit on how many rift essences you have as well. Because yeah, if you focus on doing like 3 convergences a week and do like your weekly rifts, you'll probably be able to get it done quite quickly. So maybe in your case, you've got that much liquid gold on hand. Yeah, I'd kind of recommend going for the
Room of the Peacock.
open world armor, I think.
Ready yourself. The rooms are truly deadly from here.
You're finished.
The room of the Koi. Once so
That.
peaceful. And after, one more room until victory.
One more room after this. Nice. Good. Can actually pick that up from the dialogue. And target that one. Hit that with an arcane thievery. The Condi cleanse that we're getting from this is super nice. I'm liking that.
That's going to help in the fight ahead.
The room of the serpent. Look out. Fight it. Please. Restore our temple once more.
Dodge this, sharper still.
No stability. Very rough.
Give it my all.
It's definitely not as quick as it was on Power, even Condi Renegade, but that's because those builds just have like monumental amounts of AoE. This isn't bad amounts of AoE cleave.
Dodge this. Carve them up.
Definitely would not mind some more stability here though. I'd be keen to try out Condi Chrono.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Even Open World Mirage I feel like is going to be pretty hype in the next week. Well, not next week, after the next balance patch goes through. That's going to be pretty damn hype.
The trial of the elders.
Yeah, we've got our 10 events, that gets that done.
All the spirits thank you. I leave you this. A reward for warrior.
Kaining Blackout is going now as well, actually. Do we have access to it? Should do. Do I literally know? I've got a waypoint here. Good. Let's see if we can join. Queue size 6. Yeah, let's go. Let's get in the queue. And also let's go and try and get some more waypoints while we're here. Roller beetle? Yeah, that works.
Chain batteries.
Oh, that was excellent roller beetle. Welcome back. But yeah, I think in your case, given you have a really good amount of liquid gold and PvE is your main game mode, if you don't have a bunch of legendary insights already for raids, I recommend just going for the open world armor, I think. And if you do that, try and do 3 convergences a week. I think it counts separately. Like if you do 3 Soto and 3 Janthia, you may get like double up in the benefits, which is pretty sweet. And try and do your weekly rifts, because you're going to need a whole bunch of the Rift Essence. Good news, after the next patch, all the Rift Essences are going to be converted to a currency. So that is going to be really, really nice. You're not going to have to store, 21,000 of the tier 1 Rift Essence, so that's very good. So now's a really good time to start that. And yeah, work on getting as much of the Soto currency. And because you're going to have Return to Secrets of the Obscure coming up soon, it's also really good. Soto and Janthia Wilds conversions, separate things, great. Yeah, try and hit those up whenever you can. That's going to be insane value for you. Size 7, oof. Then we're going to struggle a bit to get in. Sparse, welcome in. It's great to see you. Should have actually gotten this a bit earlier. Oh well, let's just go find some events to do in the meantime. And how are we sitting for other things? Let's salvage all those. Making more gold is also pretty easy. You're a Chalice of Tears tour guide, so you always make gold pretty easy. Hell yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think in your case, make the obsidian armor. Return to Soto, we barely left. Yeah, I can't remember exactly when. It will be probably sometime July-ish. They announced it in their studio update. And Phil, you appreciate how ReNet are turning Rift Essences into wallet currencies and making it easy to get research notes after you finish your armor. I know, I totally feel you there. Would be nice to have that sooner, but as good a time as any, I guess. Hope your crumbling needs to stay strong. Your resistance to refrain buying Night Rain is almost gone. What is Night Rain? But I believe in you. You are the strongest among us, Sparse. You're actually about 1/8 the way through Obsidian Light Regalia. Oh, nice! You'd like half your bank filled with the damn essences at some point. Yeah, if you don't go the route of refining them into the amalgamated Rift Essences, you would just stockpile so many. Because I think for a full set of Legendary Army, you need something like 21k of the Tier 1 Essences. And that's just, it's too much. So having them converted to a currency, chef's kiss. That's what we need. The downside is you don't have a tier 3 Rift Binder. I think you can just buy them from the TP, I'm pretty sure. Especially once you've done the story. Are we getting access to the map? Prob's not. That's rough. Okay. So we need 4 more. You get your yellow essences convergences mostly. Yeah, convergences make it so much easier. So you probably won't even need to do that many. Monty, welcome in. This is Guild Wars 2 right now. Complete events in Metrical Province. So if we need 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4. When's a convergence popping up? Not for a while. I would actually really like to get this meta event. Elden Ring Night Rain stream then. Oh, Elden Ring related, is it? If you buy it and your PC is able to run it, they'd be doing a little less. Doing a little else in the foreseeable future. Not good for both work and the Sarah squad. As long as you can make time for the Sarah squad, what you do outside that is fine. Now you're almost welcome, Monty. And Navid, welcome in. What time are we doing EU raids? Are you late? No, you're not late. We'll be forming up for those in a little bit. I'm just trying to see if I can blast out some of the weeklies beforehand. We're having not a bunch of luck getting into this squad. do we simply leave it and do other things? Okay. Oh, you can join today? Hell yeah. So Jade Mech or Inquest. Let's go. Where is it? Too many tabs, not enough time. Here we go. Guild Wars 2 easy weeklies. Oh, no work today and tomorrow. Excellent. Jade Mech or Inquest. Crucible of Eternity Dungeon. That's true. Thank you, Bar. It's really good to know. Rada Primus. Yeah, that's the one. You should go to Draconis Mons for Inquest. Yeah, that's a really good shout. We might do that. I'm curious if other players' mechs in PvP World vs. World do count for the weekly. That's a very good question. Draconis Mons a nightmare map. I have not spent that much time in Draconis Mons. Hang on. Oh, I don't actually have it. Season 3. I might do... Season 4, we'll do Sandswept Isles instead, purely because it's going to be a nightmare for me to navigate to the top of Draconis Mons, and I know this area is fine. I got both waypoints here as well, so that's good. And we have that's Berserker, that's Power Ren. We might actually change this to Power Vindy. Force and Air. I might change this to Stamina. Same thing here as well. Stamina. Because then we can go down here.
It's my turn. Strong.
Oh, did I just get like stuck in something? I think we may even get... We may even get the Specimen Chamber event up soon anyway, in which case that will just give us like 1 million inquests to hit. I might turn off snap targeting here.
Strong. Right on target.
So around by what time do you need to log into the game for raids? I'd probably say within about half hour or so. To keep an eye on stream, like I'll announce it in stream first and I'll give you a few minutes to log in before we start hitting up the LFG. Ouch.
Let the rage soothe you.
Cool, that one really hurt.
Pressure.
If we actually do the Specimen Chamber event, that should actually count as a legendary as well, I think.
You jumped.
Kill them all. It's my turn.
open world Vindy with stamina sigil. That's just chef's kiss. Let's leave the squad, actually. Yeah, we'll start making our way over here now, actually. Or we can just do all these. This will be fun. Stone break. Give ourselves some Condi cleanse. Is it through here? Where do we need to go? Oh well.
I can feel your rage.
We'll keep an eye out when Specimen Chamber pops up. I actually don't care too much about the event, it's just a super easy way to get a bunch of inquests down. Where are we at? Oh, it's like 38. Yeah, we really want that event. I'll turn on map chat, actually. You know, just give us a quickness on dodge, relic, and like we're off to the races.
Refreshing. I can feel your rage.
Oh, hey, Inquest Portal. Let's go hit this up.
I'll need to scout all of this.
Let's see if he'll actually load us in. There we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Plot. I appreciate that. Oh, so good. Although here, what I might do actually is go over to Condi Quick Herald and then just give everyone boons. Oh, so good. Such a good event. It's the constant stream of loot.
Our moment has finally come.
But that's, I presume that's actually, weekly for that bit done. Oh, it is. Nice. Gotta run. Looking forward to next stream. Thank you so much, Bart. I really appreciate you. And yeah, we're going to be back super early on Wednesday for the the new patch launch, as well as Twitch drops as well. I'm going to be streaming a ton this week. But looking forward to seeing you again. Here I'm purely just moving through, giving boons to people with Herald, and tagging mobs with the Malak skill, and just chilling out, auto-attacking. Just monumental amounts of loot.
trip.
The volatile magic we're getting here is super nice.
Our moment.
Just do glint heal. So I can just walk through everything, get the big heals off. Loot and the experience is amazing. Because yeah, we will need many spirit shards for all of our legendary runes that we're going to be crafting in the coming months. In a few weeks and we should have like all 7 of our legendary runes. That's going to be exciting. And we can sell off every rune on our account to recoup some of the gold. How are we doing on the volatile magic now? We've got about an extra 1,000, I think, just from this event.
The compact is sworn.
That looks valuable.
Normally, I detest intrusions, but you're just in time for
Get the daily done. Defeat 9 enemies in Cantha. Don't know how I didn't actually get that before, but oh well.
I think you'll still find them quite lively.
So we should get the legendary rank enemy done after this.
Hope you enjoy.
Always keep the enemy guessing.
Get in, start blasting, load it with condies. We'll actually practice a bit of rotations. We'll try and get this one done as quickly as possible. Just pop the glint heal so we can just ignore all incoming damage. This one should probably count as a legendary. Just going to get all our skills on cooldown before we start pulsing our facets. Good, then that gets a legendary done.
Activate phase 2.
Get an extra energy from that. I actually don't know. Where was it coming from? daily sun ready to beat. Excellent. Very soon we'll start forming up raids. We'll probably, I think, finish off the weekly, take a quick break, then come back and blast through raids. I might do some more Condivert stuff as well, so we can get some more practice in on that. No, definitely want snap target here, actually. Oh, Nanny, never really understood how the spear rotation for Revenant works. It's actually relatively simple. It's more of a priority list. Your main two skills you're going to be spamming are 2 and 5. You want to get as much of the 5 off as possible. I'm going to swap. So I've got my 5 up, I'm going to use it. 5 up, going to use it. Just going to chill out for a bit here. 2's up, going to use it. Got a bit of energy to spare, going to use the 4. Going to use a last 5 before we swap. And I'm just going to get my skills on cooldown. There we go. 5 is up. Use it. Just really just use 5 and 2 off cooldown and squeeze in the other skills if you've got the energy to spare, which you sort of just get a feel for. Do touch 3 or 4. 3 is good for the evade and for triggering like an extra empowered pulse of Embrace the Darkness. And 4 is good for CC. Yeah, 3 makes 5 recharge faster. Yeah, all the other skills like make your 5 recharge faster, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Abyssal Raise cooldown reduction. Yeah, so you can use that to make your 5 recharge faster. This one doesn't do it by the looks. Yeah, 2 does, 3 does, and 1. So yeah, 4 used for CC and a bit of extra damage. For Malix, you stay in demon mode and ignore the rest. Yeah, you'll basically always go into demon mode. We'll see how that changes with the next balance patch. They're making some changes to the Malix skills to actually make them a bit more worth using. The issue with Malix is that you want to always have Embrace the Darkness up because it's where a huge chunk of your damage comes from. But these skills here are very energy intensive. Like that's 30 energy, 20 energy. That's a lot.
Back in fighting condition.
Okay, let's go Central Tyria squads. Still Chaos 1. Boris, welcome in. Yes, we're playing Guild Wars 2. It's kind of the same problem with Shiro. Yeah, it's exactly the same problem with Shiro. Because then you have to start toggling off your Impossible Odds or Embrace the Darkness to get those other skills in. The issue with like Malix is, honestly, especially in PvE, the Malix skills are actually pretty hyped to use. The Call to Anguish is a brilliant CC skill. And being able to absorb conditions from allies and grant yourself resolution and stuff is super handy. Did we get this done? Were we successful? Hey! Okay. Let's also go down, kill literally a mob in this area. And that will get that bit of the daily done.
I'm sorry.
There we go, here's one. That gets that bit the daily done. Oh, dang it. I can't actually get that yet. Hang on. I'll have to actually spend some stuff. That's fine. We can actually really finesse that in a moment. So I need to quickly just blast a fractal. I might just blast like a tier 1 or something just to instantly complete it, basically. That's right. I should have actually been a bit more strategic about that. It's fine. It means I just have to buy stuff. Trying to save it up for when the Wizard's Vault resets, we can max it out as much as we can, because we can actually overcap. Like if we have 1,299, we can actually claim the full weekly, so we can get that extra 600 Astral Acclaim in, so we'll be at, what, 1,899 or something. Oh, isn't it 5 fractals? Ah. Yep, I keep forgetting that's a thing. Fractals equals 5. That's a... They need to update the wording on that. Yeah, complete a convergence or fractal. That's singular language right there. Oh, hey, fire elementals like right up coming next anyway, so that's fine. Metrica Province. Enigo, is Thief a good class? You don't see it a lot in PvE. Yeah, Thief's a totally fine class. It's getting a lot of love in the next balance patch as well. Yeah, just move down to 1 convergence of 1 fractal. Lithoria, I agree. That should just be that. Or at least make it so it just says 5 fractals so we know. But yeah, Deadeye's in a great spot. Spectre's really, really good and it's getting a lot of love. Daredevil's actually, if the proposed balance changes go through, it's going to be one of the single highest damaging builds in the game with a very simple, easy to play rotation being Condi Daredevil. So Thief's in a really good spot. Divine, welcome in. And Annie, you're pensive on the chrono changes. What changes in particular? Because I know the... Was it the improved alacrity? That's probably the most sort of controversial change floating around. Central Tyria. World bosses. Fire Elemental, Fire Ellie Taxi. Let's join. You joined a 99 fractal thing, complete the weekly? Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no. But yeah, everyone, for the month of June, we are raising money for Rainbow Railroad as a part of Tyria Pride, so any support towards that would be hugely appreciated. Fantastic organisation helping LGBT people escape state-sponsored persecution developing in various countries. It's a fantastic cause. Of course, we've got everyone here. Yeah, Heal Chrono is definitely the best overall healer in Guild Wars 2 PvE at the moment. If you just bought, honestly, probably if you just bought its stability access down a bit, that would probably bring it in line, I think. As long as, though, the option exists to swap between quickness and heal with a single trait, it's just going to be the dominant healer, just for the sheer convenience of it. Oh, dang it, hang on. You have to Control X, drag that, Control V. Backspace home delete. I hate dealing with these items. Shift, Control X, Control V, backspace home delete. These items you have to... Oh, Control X. Like, honestly, just for the sheer inconvenience of it, I'd almost leave them there. Ah, I'm typing in chat. Very bad. And yeah, Scourge will be a bit less of a carry build, but it will be a better healer, I think, after these changes go through. Now we'll actually have a proper support weapon and more stability access. But healers in Guild Wars 2 are definitely incredibly strong, and even though you could make the argument that they are overpowered, the fact they are so strong makes getting into endgame PvE so much more approachable to players as well. Having such utility and such boon coverage consolidated into basically one role opens up a whole bunch of flexibility especially in terms of boon coverage in your squad. Because if you had it so, okay, if some of your boons were covered from a healer, then the rest were covered from specific boon DPS, and some were covered, you know, partially from your DPS players, it would make overall group composition much more restrictive. So having healers being as strong as they are does mean that you can kind of just bring whatever boon DPS fills that particular role that you need. So that's why you can bring things like Quickness Deadeye over a Quickness Herald, and your group's still going to function well. Because even though Quickness Deadeye does fantastic damage, it does 3 boons. It does Might, Quickness, and Fury. It doesn't really do much else. Whereas Herald brings like a wider range of boons, so having your healers be so strong and having them have such access to boons means you have a lot more flexibility in your group composition. You don't need to bring specific classes for specific buffs, which was the case for most of Guild Wars 2's life. You know, used to have like your Chronomancer that would do quickness and alacrity, so guess what? You are having a Chronomancer in your group whether you want it or not. You would need a Banner Warrior, you would need a Revenant for the old Facet of Nature buff, and then Assassin's Presence as well. You would need, you wouldn't necessarily need, but you'd often want an Engineer as well for pinpoint distribution. You need a Druid for Spotter, which would also then impact other people's builds, how much precision they would need, depending on if there was a Spotter in the group. Whereas now that they have removed a lot of those unique buffs and honestly just made healers strong enough where the healers more or less will provide every boon that the group kind of needs, does mean you can just bring really what you want. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Heal Lakbindi as well. Heal's been as strong, however, allows people to brain AFK and not improve. The only thing you need to do is move and dodge for yourself. That is true. Although Guild Wars 2 definitely positions itself as more of the casual MMO. So having, like honestly, having the difficulty tuned as low as it is for like general endgame content, you obviously have your areas outside that, like your Harvest Temple Challenge mode, your overall challenge mode, Wing 8 CM, Sarah CM, which will be dunking on soon. It does have those areas where you do actually need to really sweat and, you know, pump as a team. Whereas I think having the difficulty of raids at the moment, I think is reasonably perfectly targeted towards Guild Wars 2's actual target audience. Oh, look at that nice little add-on thing. Especially for things like raids, because raids aren't the target content, they're not the preferred content of most of Guild Wars 2's audience. I think making, like, especially just the normal modes of them, feel free to make the challenge modes as hard as you want, but making, you know, say normal modes of raids harder, which would be by nerfing a lot of healers, or making, you know, the actual raids themselves harder, I don't think will do good things to the game. It will just mean less people play them. Do you still pulse quickness to others even without the passive light? Yeah, as long as you have this little arrow pointing over this way to the left, you will pulse quickness. So any combination that does that will do it. So this is a normal combo that does it. So there we go. Chaotic Release and, oh no, it's Facet of Chaos and Facet of Darkness. That will do it. It can turn on Facet of Nature. Arrow points to the left that way. So there's lots of combinations that do it. And the ! Donate command, that is for, basically we are raising money for the Rainbow Railroad for the month of July. It's part of Pride Month. So that command on YouTube would give you the details, but I actually need to fix that because Stream Elements has been a bit weird, so I actually need to go into StreamerBot and manually make that, which I might do on a break coming up. Although, let's see, actions, add. Let's go. Let's call it YouTube donate triggers YouTube chat message. I haven't actually done this. This first one, super chat first. Time message. Oh, criteria. No, I'll sort that out over here. Streamer bot YouTube message. What's here? It's actually been a while since I've done this. As far as you know, it's Wing 8 Bold and Wing 1 Money. That sounds about right. Yeah, we could do like Wing 8. That sounds pretty good. Streamer dot what set YouTube message criteria. Message trigger. So the documentation for this is just a bit annoying. Switch triggers. Well, again, looks so good. You can't wait to get there. About 7 hours into Guild Wars 2 for the first time, Marco. Well, welcome in, mate. It's great to have you here. And yeah, endgame for Guild Wars 2 is fantastic. But yeah, what class have you been playing so far? Oh, look, I actually got Imp Slayer somehow. Nice. Oh, Necro, nice. That is awesome. I really, really enjoy Necro. But we'll start pulsing boons here. Streamer.bot create YouTube chat commands. I think we will get credit for that. Let's just, if I can just get some example commands of this. Love the horizontal gameplay. You're sick and so done with games that can be grindy AF. Coming from OSRS to here. I'm glad you found Guild Wars 2. And yeah, the horizontal gear progression system, I really, really love it. Cool, so that's actually our weekly done. Nice, so let's go head into here. You know, it's probably going to be... Yeah, I'll just look at this video. Sven, welcome in. It's great to see you. sub actions, YouTube, send message to channel. But yeah, Guild Wars 2 does have options to grind, but yeah, there's not the need for it, which is fantastic. Okay, so now I actually need to buy a few things. So let's buy just that. Because now we can get that. And we need to buy, oh, hang on. We get, if I can maximize this actually. Oh, can I get one for... Oh, I think I might actually be able to maximize this. Foxy, welcome in. It's great to see you. So if we do... I wouldn't normally do this, but let's do that. And then let's buy a transmutation charge. Nice. Okay, so we can now claim our weekly 1,749 astral claim. Excellent. That should be about as high as we can comfortably get that now. Cool, so that account is now ready. I know, we'll just... Oh, got a spirit shard though, that's nice. Cool, excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go take a break, stretch our legs, see if I can set up one of these commands, and then we're back in a few minutes, so sit tight. If you're feeling daunted by the thought of sticking your hand up to be the healer because you don't feel up to that responsibility, then I've got the build for you. Heal Scourge, in my opinion, is one of the top 3 healers in Guild Wars 2, and it happens to be one of the simplest to play. So let's dive in with what is one of the hardest carrying heal builds in Guild Wars 2, and also one of the simplest to play. Heal Scourge is by far the best healing build that Necromancer has access to, and it's also one of my go-to builds when I'm looking to hard carry in raids and really just ensure that bosses are getting cleared no matter what. Where a lot of healers in Guild Wars 2 are focused on providing direct healing when people take damage, Heal Scourge does it a little bit differently. Here instead you're going to focus on providing a bunch of preemptive healing with barrier, as well as the ability to revive allies from downstate insanely quickly. Like I mentioned before, it's also a build that's very simple to get up and running, and with very minimal knowledge of how the build works, you can get into raids, start healing, and know you're going to at least be doing a halfway decent job. Not only do we have incredible barrier access, we also have access to low cooldown Aegis so we completely mitigate certain attacks, as well as pretty good access to stability as well. Not as good as things like Chronomancer or Heal Firebrand, but we have a workable amount of stability. Another great thing about Heal Scourge is the fact that you can really customize this to suit whatever encounter you want. Most of the value on Heal Scourge actually comes from your Shroud skills, which really leaves your utility skills and your weapons up for grabs so you can customize them to whatever you want. Your weapons and utility skills, while important, aren't critical at all for how Heal Scourge functions. So this means that you can customize everything to your playstyle or slot in different skills depending on the encounter. There's a lot of different toys to play with here. Now the main mechanic for Scourge is that having your second health bar in Death Shroud is now getting to Desert Shroud. So you don't get the second bar, but you instead get permanent access to your Shroud skills in or outside of Shroud. Now your first Manifest Sandshade for you as a healer is going to deal a little bit of damage, by barrier to you and inflict conditions, and it's going to have an important interaction with a few traits to make sure reduce damage and have increased boon duration. So if you are playing Heal Scourge, you want to have at least shade up at all times. Very important. You spread them out around the group as well. Quite often on Scourge, a lot of the boons that you are applied around you or your shades. So you can be strategic with shade placement to get the most boon coverage on your team. Super handy. Nefarious is a very low cooldown condition for your team because whenever you one of their conditions is going to be boon, and this is on just over a 4-second cooldown, which is in short. One about Heal Scourge is that you actually have a huge Magic Cleanse baked into your build for free. Lean into that on heavy encounters. Sand Cascade is really just going to apply to you and your team, which is going to be very important in your Alacrity application later point of Heal Scourge. Garish Pillar is going to targets around you and your shades, and through interact with your traits, it's actually going to be a huge of passive healing as well. So whenever you activate Shroud 4, which is Garish Pillar, you're going to surround you and your shades. This is actually actually a very source of healing. So you can blast this off cooldown to have that really high level of healing, or you can try and save it, particularly if you need to revise or if you need to a big hit. Now, Sandstorm Shroud is sort of equivalent of Enter Shroud that you would normally have on Necro. You still have access to all your skills change there, but it's going to provide you a ton of barrier as well as protect that barrier because of your traits turned into Alacrity. So the more barrier, the more boons you're going to apply, damage you can mitigate. Barrier may think work on Heal Scourge is an important mechanic on it. Your choices in terms of gear really between Harriers, Givers, and Harriers is going to be if you want to max out your boon duration and don't in raids, because with this set you'll be running no extra toughness. This is very similar to Harriers, except it swaps out the toughness, and this is going to give you the impossible toughness if you want to ensure that you can. This will also give you a huge amount of survivability on power damage focus files of that toughness. And Minstrel's gear is when some extra vitality for good measure. We're going to increase your overall survivability a bit more, especially on condition damage focus fights, because you have that vitality to eat up those conditions at the running less boon duration. Now, Heal Scourge quite easily overcaps on this lower amount of boon duration, particularly big issue, especially once you get some sand shades up, you're going to jump up 2% boon duration, so about an extra 15%, and you easily overcap on. However, if you are running a minstrel set of gear, you might want to add in a sigil duration to your weapons just to bring your boon duration. Personally, I'm quite hack in raids, so I'll generally be running around Giver's gear. However, if someone else wants to usually just swap out a few pieces of Giver's gear for Harriers that they tank, or okay, swap a Harriers, it's going to be fine either way. Keep it fairly flexible until you want to run, just make sure you're getting boon duration and keep upness for different raid encounters. For our running rune for the extra healing and boon, it's a very standard rune for every healing build out there, and for our typical loadout is going to be the transfer, extra 10% healing to allies, as well as the sigil of water just for a bit of around us. One of the weaknesses on Skill doesn't typically offer a huge amount of burst healing compared to others. There's a lot of really good healing and barrier application, not the revive potential, but its burst healing's a little bit on the lower to other healers. So Sigil of Water helps with that a little bit. For someone can run Sigil of Concentration for some extra boon, especially useful if you're running Minstrel's gear, and Sigil of Paralyzation is great if you need extra break. So again, you can freely customize these depending on what you need for an encounter, but and water is going to be a very safe bet. In terms of our relics, we also options, but our standard one is going to be Relic, which is going to give you extra barrier to yourself and nearby allies after you heal, and it will make it so any excess healing from this healing skill is going to be barrier. More barrier just means more damage mitigation, so this is a good thing overall. The useful relic is going to be Relic King, which will allow you to grant Might and Fury to nearby allies when disable an enemy, so whenever you apply any. This is very useful because it does allow you to amp your Might up even quicker at the start of a encounter. It also means that if you are running Relic of the Midnight King, you don't need to run Desiccate in order to Fury to your group. Now, Fury is a very common boon, so even if you aren't running Desiccate, you're probably going to be groups probably going to have Fury, but this just gives you another source of it, which for you as a healer and alacrity provider, boon provider in general, more boons is always a good thing. Relic of the Mercy is really going to let you lean into the RP of Big Scourge and will allow you to revive your ally and give them more health when you revive. You get to revive them 20% faster, they will rise with 30% more health. This can be very useful if your squad is going to be going down. If you're in a less experienced group, that you can sort of hard carry that a little bit more. So to have. Personally though, I'm typically with Relic of the Flock, although I really have a soft spot for Relic of the Midnight King. For our food and utility, we're just going to be taking the standard bowl of fruit with mint garnish, your heal food, as well as full maintenance oil, which has a huge increase in your outgoing healing, so on this as a healer. Now for weapons, like I mentioned before, we have flexibility in terms of ring, but the standard loadout is Dagger, Torch, as well as Warhorn. Dagger is going to be there life force generation, whereas Torch, Pistol, and War are there for a bit of extra CC. The more life force you have, it means the more Shroud skills, so more life, universally a good thing, and once we'll see even more how we're going to lean into absurd amounts of life force. Now our Dagger auto attack is simply going to deal damage and grunts on the second and third hits, and it's going to do damage to your target. It's going to heal if you're bleeding, more damage if they're bleeding. Overall, it's a nice bit of extra you personally. With Dagger, you'll inflict bleeding on yourself, damage to your target, inflict emotion, which is very, very nice raid encounters, and remove 3 boons from your enemy and convert them into extra boon removal. Very nice, especially on Fire Guardian, where having at least removal is essential. And generate some more life force for good measure. On Powering Wave is simply damage, inflict burning and torment, create life force. Collapse is going to be one of your DC skill to a 2-second knock and inflict torment on the enemy, as well as plant to nearby allies depending on conditions the target has. So it's important for your overall might generation. It's there first and foremost for the CC. On Pistol, your auto attack, Vicious is simply going to deal damage, torment, also bounce between foes, which is quite nice. Weeping Shots is going to 6 bullets at your target, it's going to inflict vulnerability, torment, it pierces, and you're going to generate life force. More always a good. Okay, let's see. You know what? That actually... Let's get that out of YouTube chat now. Let's try this again. We'll just put that in. Huge. Now let's go donate. Okay, and that. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's refresh that. Can we set that to live? Okay, let's try that. Huge audio desync, as in like on our end, is there a big audio desync? Okay, that command is working there on YouTube. Good, okay. That's working and it's not doing stuff that it shouldn't. Cool, so StreamerBot is working perfectly. Mostly. Okay. Let's see if there's a big audio delay. If there is, let's turn that off. Let's see if that settles it. I think so, okay. See how it goes. Hang on. That is interesting. Okay, so what I might do is just do a quick be right back and see if I can tweak some stuff, and we'll see how that goes. Power Virtuoso has risen to be one of the top DPS builds in Guild Wars 2. Here you have a build that can be fully ranged, bring insane levels of burst damage and sustain damage, and you can tweak it to give huge amounts of break bar damage, Conde Cleanse, teleports, squad-wise portals, invisibility, extra quickness, projectile reflex, infinite boon rip, almost any piece of utility you can imagine. So let's get you set up with the last DPS build you will ever need. Welcome back everyone. For the past few months, Power Virtuoso has been my go-to DPS build. It's the build that I've used to clear Harvest Temple, and it's the build I choose when I've decided to stop messing around and just get the job done. So why is that? First up, we have insane levels of utility on this build for a very slight DPS loss. You can add things like projectile reflex, teleports, stun breaks, stealth, quickness, huge amounts of CC, Conde Cleanse, all manner of things to help carry your team.
Release your sweet!
For a DPS build, you also have huge levels of survivability with distortion and blocks available on a very short cooldown. Depending on the encounter, you can either make this build fully ranged to give yourself a ton of safety to move around the boss and avoid AoEs while still attacking, or you can trade it for huge amounts of burst damage. So you can customize this build for any encounter and know that it's going to hard carry your team. Not only that, it is simple to play with a very smooth looping rotation, and it's very easy to pick up. So let's dive in and cover what I think is overall the best power DPS build in the game. Once you become a virtuoso, Okay, we are back. Yeah, it's good that it sounds good now. No idea what actually caused that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so what I'll do now is actually swap back over. And yeah, welcome in, Galvanized. Yes, ask away for all your questions. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, I think that might have just been Twitch having like a big audio delay issue. It has happened before. But yes, ask all your questions. That is the purpose of our existence. Okay, so let's set up. So we got this here. It's going to be Sigil of Agony. Going to drag that there. Customize. Agony. Accept. And we can go over to this set. Cool. Build is back up and running. But yes, ask all the questions that you can. Yeah, we just turned off the replay buffer on our vertical stream. So we'll see if that fixes it. Okay, so now I'm going to create a squad. Beautiful. Now, if anyone wants to join me for raids, we might do... Oh, hey Garth, it's you. We may do I think a wing 8 into a wing 1. I think that sounds like a good time. And how are we doing for food on this character? Cool, I've actually got enough there, which is nice. If we can get an Ascended Shield drop, that would be pretty ideal. But cool, so we have now effectively maxed out our Astral Acclaim there. That's as good as we can get. Good, so I will send out some invites now. Garth, yes, come on in. Oh, you're already in the squad. But beautiful. Yeah, if anyone wants to join us, you can join up with us here. That's good because Jess has made some amazing dinner in the other room as well. So looking forward to having that. I'm going to also do... Oh, thank you so much for that, Jess. Just made us a wonderful dinner of roast chicken, lemon and herb Nando's chicken with some beans, some steamed broccoli, tomatoes, and Alfredo. Thank you so much for that. That is going to be so good. Thank you so much, everyone. Go check out Jess over on her Twitch channel, ConnorConCarne, where we have been streaming The Last of Us Part 2, and check her out on her YouTube as well. Anyway, question, is it worth having 2 sets of gear for one character? Power and Condi, should you make another? You're a Dragon Hunter main but want to get started on Firebrand. Want to make sure you don't waste stuff. That's a perfect thing to do. Because you have equipment templates here. So right here, this is my condition damage set on this character. And we have a set of power gear. So yes. Would you recommend Celestial or Viper? I'd go Viper if you can only pick one, because it's going to be your best in slot DPS gear. Celestial's fantastic in open world, but it's not great for a DPS build. Happy to have learners join? Yes, because we're going to be doing Wing 8, and Wing 8 is emboldened this week, so now is a fantastic time to do that. Oh, how good is Alfredo? And how, that is a very deep question there, and as someone who is very much not a game designer, that's a tricky one. Is roguelike even a genre? I would probably say roguelite, yeah, is a genre. In terms of what I consider to be a genre, I think a genre would be any... The genre is a really broad thing, but any sort of consistent and typical set of, like, gameplay designs, I think. So, you know, when considering what makes an RPG, it's something that gives you the option to customize your character as you level up. That allows you to specialize in certain roles. And then, you know, you may have like an FPS RPG, a game that, you know, will give you that first-person gameplay with the RPG elements. And of course, a roguelike will be something that gives you, basically, whenever you die, will send you back to the start of whatever level or world you're in, losing various resources, but retaining some sort of level of experience, I think. And if RO stream delay sounds longer than normal, yeah, there's a weird audio thing here. So I'm not too sure how I can fix that. That's just probably going to be how it's going to be for a bit. But yeah, Sparse, if you want to go... DPS, actually. It might resolve itself later. But I don't know. Okay. No, that's all good. But I do like the medium from Nando's as well. But lemon herb is like, yeah, what we had when we picked that up from Audi a while ago. And the third question, I know we get a full set of Celestial from boosted character, which is among the classes. In which among the classes, Ranger, Ellie, Warrior. Would you recommend you to boost for the Celestial set, or should you go for another Guardian instead for the Firebrand? I'd honestly just do it on the same Guardian at that point. Yeah, boosting for the Celestial gear is very, very good. Because yeah, that Celestial gear can be super handy. And Sparse, can you go heal a lack? Alright, let's get in here. Perfect. Wing. 8. Full clear. Let's go Boon, heal. Boon, DPS. DPS. State roll. You're not a nuisance at all. Thank you for hanging out. And Danny, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, that started to... Oh, hello. Discord for raid calling. I won't use Discord for now. Just because I'm trying to minimize the number of things running to keep the stream delay in check. Twitch is doing something weird. Okay. I will go... And what rewards are worthwhile for strikes if you don't have the mastery? It's like the End of Dragon strikes will be worthwhile. I definitely recommend trying to get most of the Icebreed Saga masteries. Like the rewards are somewhat worthwhile, but they're more worthwhile after you do it. And yeah, the delay is massive. Don't know how to fix. It's just going to be what it's going to be. I think it's probably because there was some delay between the video and audio, and Twitch has figured it out, so it's just delayed things as much as it can to sync it up, and that's resulted in a giant delay. I think it's all that accumulated delay has just built up. Okay. Can someone in sub 1 queue DPS? If not, I can. And yeah, you will get that if you boost an already level 80 character as well, so you don't have to boost a lower level character. I will actually go Chronomancer. Okay. So Kara is going to be Boon Heal. And Amy is going to be Boon DPS. Okay, so they're going to be a Lack Heal. I will be Quick DPS. They will be a Lack Healer. TY, Amy, go QDPS. Perfect. Job done.
This is a place of refuge, not a den of iniquity.
Okay, sub 3 can be melee, that's fine. So we'll put them over there. And yeah, there we go. The issue of putting DPS in there from the get-go, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. Because, yeah, people will feel as DPS, but it also makes the group look more full, so people join quicker. So it's a balancing act. When I drop that. Excellent, there we go. That dinner is amazing, thank you, Jess. I think we'll just wait on the prompt to go. Cool.
Is that?
Celestial Tempest is also fantastic.
I'll fight back! Excellent timing, Commander!
I'm coming! I see a little has changed.
Cool. Skip all these mobs. Every class will have access to a good Celestial build. Quite a few of them work. Really, any sort of condition damage build works well with Celestial. What is that? Let's go. Dagger sword. Yep.
Fury rising! Fast as the wind.
And yeah, we're playing Guild Wars 2 right now. Boon uptime is fine. And Sparse, feel free to direct traffic in terms of Greer in general, because you've done it a lot more than I have. So in terms of like where people should split, that's fine. I am happy just to facilitate the group function.
But I made it before things escalated.
Ha! You and me both. Now, you got a couple of Titans.
Sparrow, what is up? It's great to see you. Hope you're having a great day.
You're headed out. Haven't been able to scout much farther myself. Titan spawn.
Oof. Instantly nuked.
That feels better.
snap target here. This initial boss, I swear, is brutal. And just nuked. There it goes. I should also actually record some more B-roll, because when I lost my old hard drive, I lost a few terabytes of Guild Wars 2 B-roll. So I should get some more. There we go. Let's see if that doesn't break the stream. Snack on group. Bring reflex if you can. Oh, I should actually. There we go. Rear face tank is best. Red swipes and well of precog slams. Jump the wave. Okay.
Away from me.
So you just don't overlap these.
Visions of blood swirling through the merge.
There we go. Break the bar. How are we doing on quickness? Not too bad. Let's just nuke some of them. What is the Herald Plane Q DPS power? It kind of looks like it, I think. some Aegis on that. Power res. We phase them basically perfectly. Good dodging through those. Those always hurt so much. Get the res. There we go.
Visions of blood swirling through the merge.
We've got to spread out a bit there. Let's get the res. Back to the boss. Let's break that bar. There we go. How are we going for time? I think we're mostly okay. Stability, there we go. Let's try and move away from those, get some stability up. Nope, someone just got nuked. That's our healer down. We get that person up, they're back up. Good. Let's try and get them up. Res is a bit rough. Oh no, I think we might be GGing. And we can still do this, we just need to stop going down. There we go. Just the sheer amount of projectiles in this one. Let's go GG. Yeah, we'll just reset there. That's a bit much. Not awful though. But yeah, generally, just stack on and tag, and we should be good. And when we come back to gear focus add, please. Yeah, we need to burst down that ad quick. It's down the reed.
I concentrate.
That one hurt. G. Lose someone immediately. Yeah, don't stack the greens or else, yeah, that's going to happen. It's going to be very bad. Yeah, just do not overlap the greens, or else, yeah. That happens. People just get instantly down and red circles pop up. It's all a bad time. And Jeremy, welcome in. Yes, you should come back to Guild Wars 2.
Stormwood. Dauntless. Concentration.
What game is this? This is Guild Wars 2. Perfect, that's good. Campfire, welcome in.
Visions of blood swirling through the murk.
Let's dodge through. Stability that. Let's charge up our mantra. And yeah, it's a good point there, Fermi. I think it's because YouTube actually doesn't make it abundantly clear what game you're playing, unlike Twitch, which as soon as you see the category, that really sort of obviously dictates it. Overlap them, spread them. Stability, go. Another stability. Okay.
I concentrate.
Sharper still.
Let's move to Stort.
Dodge this.
I'm gonna need a bit of healing. There we go. Let's get Aegis up.
Visions of blood swirling through the murk. Into my web.
Let's move over here. Let's go break the bar. Stability. Excellent bubbling there. There, I should have charged up my mantra a bit better. Let's cleave those ads. Just get them down. Perfect.
Sharper still.
Do love the spear rotation on Chrono. Let's just go get that up. That's a bit of a dicey area to be. But yeah, just this flow through the skills on Spear is so fun.
Concentrate.
Oh good, I'm still recording, I think. Let's not overlap those.
Is the flesh not one to ripen and decay?
Stability that.
Stop the growth. Visions of blood swirling through the murk.
Thank you, Spear, for that. That was phenomenal. I think we should be fine on this level of DPS. Stability. More stability. Just infinite stability. Well, a precog. Nice, we got there. Good job. Be ranged. 3 melee. I might even do... I can kite. Yeah, I should be able to kite. Yes. I should be able to do QDPS kite. And yes, I should be able to kite without any issues, I think. Yep, that looks correct. Yep.
Swift and steady.
Not about right. Here we go. But this dinner is amazing. Thank you, Jess. We'll see how quickness is. It should be okay. I think I have big enough boon range where this won't be a problem. Let's find out together. I think it will be fine. That would be great. Boons might be a bit scuffed here. Yeah, I think it would be better if you kite, actually, now that I've had a bit of time to think about it. Okay, sub 3. Stay on arrow marker. And if I go sub 2 on me, sub 70%. Cool. You're still baffled at how much you hate Greer, even though you've only been in that part twice. You've no idea how you developed an irrational hatred for him. It's too visually busy of a fight. I think that's just the main issue with it. And here, welcome in. It's great to see you. Hope you're having a great day. What's your wish list for the new X-Pack? I'd really like to see new weapons introduced to each class, similar to what they did in Secrets of the Obscure. I prefer that to having the on-land spear for each class. I just like the more variety there. I find that more interesting. More strike missions, I think. I think instead of having, 2 strike missions like we got for Secrets of the Obscure, we could get like another 4 or so, like we got with End of Dragons. I feel like that would be really, really hype.
That's how
GG. Wrong build. Yeah, just my bad. There we go. Build is now correct. Yeah, that was my bad. I just had the wrong build there. put it down to farming emboldened. Yeah, let's say yes, we are farming emboldened. Not because I completely forgot just to actually put a quickness build on. But what would everyone else like to see with the new X pack? We'll pick these up.
It's time.
Spread these. Yeah, I definitely need to just add in a few more cantrips. Okay, it's a bit of a big hook.
Still alive. I'll just have to scrub a little.
Let's go stand over here. And thank you so much for the donation as well. Really appreciate that. Select the live one so I can actually see who. Let's go stand there. Thank you so very, very much. Rosha, I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you, my friend. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you so much for supporting such a wonderful cause.
Ready for more.
A full rework of the boon system is probably not happening. Yeah, I think they're in too deep now for that to actually happen. Oh, better UI customization? Yes, that would be fantastic. I'd be totally down for that. This guy, thank you for the hydrate.
Persistent little pest.
The res. Big CC, as much as is humanly possible. Okay.
Still alive. I'll just have to scrub a little harder.
These we want to not stack. There we go. Yeah, let's move over here.
Raging tempest to me! Scatter this
Let's just stand here. Perfect. Let's do a rotate. Oh boy. Yeah, I might be able to cheese this a bit by doing that. There we go. Big cheese. Got it. Catch up on chat just after. Oh boy. Destabilizing a bit.
Raging tempest to me! Scatter this filth to the wind!
6%. I might just dodge that. Yep. Yeah, let's just move over here. Just 2%. Just brute force it. Just brute force it. 1%. Clean. Nice. There we go. Okay. I'm going to swap back different build now. Spicy, just a bit spicy. It is. Okay, let's grab this character back. And Crochet logged in, saw the progress flag was totally in place. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But no, I really appreciate all the support that you've been able to give such a wonderful cause. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, my friend. Wonder what Twitch drops are going to be? Yeah, if you check out my YouTube channel there, we've actually done some videos on what the next drops are going to be. Main thing, Bloodstone Glider. And yeah, definitely should have moved a bit more there. That was on me. I should have rotated a bit more proactively than what I did. But it's okay. Okay, let's see. Here I might actually run just like Giga. Yeah, I might run Giga. Let's go para. I'm just going to run like a ton of paralyzation sigils. The Decima kill message came when Decima was at 7% on stream. Crazy delay. Oh, the delay is huge. It's just Twitch doing Twitch things as far as I know. I think because, yeah, there was that instance earlier in the stream where we had just... Oh, we'll actually do the Hydra as well. Had that instant stream where audio was well out of sync, so it actually went and somewhat corrected it, but by doing that introduced a giant delay. I assume that's what happened. I'm glad I was actually able to get the command set up, the donate command on YouTube as well. It's good, we just had to bypass stream elements and do it through StreamerBot. We had to figure that out live on stream, because also... a bit annoying. Hey, Exodum, thank you so much for the 10 bucks as well, mate. You're an absolute legend. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Really appreciate all your support. Okay, so here I'm going to bring the Chronomancer build. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be fantastic. I've got Para Sigils. I don't have the Mesmer runes, though. What you got there? I will do Well of Senility. Actually, we'll do Well of Senility there and Power Break there. Okay.
Dauntless concentration.
Hey, thank you so very much. Cool. Here, basically, everyone will pick up the Bloodstone shards. When you got the debuff, wait for your debuff to run, then try and pick it up again. Want to pass it basically around the group. This might take a little bit here. Stack those up. Stability. the shard now. Nope, can't do it. It's fine. Just go stack up off the group. Now I'll just stack them there. There we go. So some stability. Perfect. Just move those off the group. Oh, that's a good one. Instantly nuked. Lots of CC. Got the shard. Perfect. I'm loving the CC we can bring here. Actually, this one here I'll keep right on the group. Perfect, they're just gone. Let's stack these up. We can get the shard next. Keep this off. The shard. Geyser is gone. Let's go get the res, just power res. Pick up the shard. Oh, I got it, nice. Get everyone up there. That just off the group. This one might be a bit more on the spicy side. Let's try and friends up here. Go pick up that shard in a moment if we can. Or we can probs just burst here. And just get that off the group. Very good. Wait, that there was excellent. Okay, so we're going to do a wing 1 full clear now. That's alright, so let's do wing 1 full clear. And yeah, let's just go Boon heal. Boon heal, Boon DPS. Stay rolled, there we go. And I'll change my build back. Impact. Impact. There we go. And Thief, yeah, Thief's fine. I'll just keep running that. Could run Fireworks, or I can just literally keep running Thief.
Let's get to work.
And Wing 8 Mentor, Greer 79, Ura 99, Decima done for weeks already, soon TM. Hell yes. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what we got. Heal Warrior, nice. Is that Q heal? Do not see those that often. Yeah. You just don't get to play Condivo, dude. No, that's alright. And do you need a Ranger for Rays? You new? Hell yeah, come on in. Squad join on my account name there. Alright, go. But yeah, come on in, Sin. Absolutely. Okay. But yeah, Sin, come on in. Squad join on my account name there. I'll try and give it a minute so you can join. There we go. That should be you right there. Nice.
Bandits attacked our platoon, inflicted heavy casualties on us. They captured one of our squads and went that way. Be careful. Sabbatha won't think twice about burning you alive if you make it into the woods.
Just finishing off some of my dinner there. It's fantastic. That chicken I just made is incredible. Okay. Let's go start clearing. Let's distort that. See how we are for condies. Just don't get ported. Oh yeah, so come to the Lion's Arch Aerodrome. Yeah, so south of Lion's Arch Aerodrome. Lion's Arch Aerodrome, south of LA. There we go. I stopped doing my rotation there for a bit, it's fine. Yeah, as soon as you enter the area, you'll get the prompt. Welcome in, thank you for joining. But yes, if you are new to raids, 100% encourage everyone to join.
Why won't anything? Your soul is mine.
Glorious combination of skill.
That's right, we still need to wait for our other healer as well. That's fine, you're not really holding us up.
Come here.
And if you miss the prompt for whatever reason, if you come in and the prompt's not there, you can... I'll call you in anyway. You can go out to character select and back in. Excellent. Be that area, it's where you enter raids from. They're coming now, that's good. I might pop some more food down. Yeah, only tip you need for this wing is to stay with the squad. Yeah, this is a very chill wing. Do you have to do Raid Wing 5 to start Coalescence? Yes, you will. Wombat, how's it going? Welcome in, it's great to see you. Shout she out from here? I should actually do a thing. Yeah, I'll set that up at some point. But everyone go check out Wombat over on their Twitch channel. Fantastic friend in the stream. What's up? Yeah, to complete it you will need to. How are you going? Right now we're just blasting through some raids. We are having a good time. We're planning to do some Condi Burp, but we're doing Power Boon Chrono as well, which is just as good. Plus I get to do fun things on Spear, which that always makes me happy. Will loading times be real? You're doing EU raids? Yes, we're doing EU raids. Mondays is our EU raid day. Are you looking forward for the new patch coming out this week and for Twitch drops as well? Cool, I think we are ready. So yeah, let's just go. I'm just going to actually wait for a moment here. Let's restore that. That was a big... Oh, don't do that. Whoever pulled that, that was a bold move. If you lose, I'd be happy to join if you have me. Absolutely. As soon as like a spot opens, come on in. Wing 1 might be the last wing that we do for tonight. But yeah, if a spot opens, 100%. Just get in that. I don't think I actually summoned something there. Just break it. There we go. Cleanest Red Bull we've ever seen. That was definitely a good one. Angel, welcome in.
I don't have enough energy.
We look forward to new stuff. I'll not be streaming Twitch drops. You have to go home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the upcoming patch. Yeah, honestly, just group them all up. It's fine. You just don't get ported by the blue circles, and that's most of this wing. Just gonna wait here. Solari, thank you for the follow. Get a distort off. Oh, so good. Boon Chrono is fantastic. Oh my god, it's great. Well, thank you so much, Angel. I super appreciate that. You know, played that game? I 100% recommend giving Guild Wars 2 a shot. It is fantastic. I'm going to do Blink, Portal, Mimic.
What's this?
And Joel, is this EU? Yes, we're doing EU shenanigans right now.
We did nothing of the sort. Out of our way. We run this land. Ourselves.
Okay, we just swapped out to these skills here so we can port people around. Oh, am I still recording? Oh no. That's going to be a big thing for me to cut down later. Well, I've got lots of B-roll there. Didn't need all of it. People will probably have to run over here. Yeah, the log upload is spoiling the kill bar streams at 30%. Yeah, that stream delay is pretty epic today.
Protected.
No, just right here. Nice. My port won't expire by the time I need it. Well. Tyria, thank you so much for the follow. You're new to Guild Wars 2 in the stream as well. Is this Wing 1? Yeah, this is Raid Wing 1 right now. Is that almost 6 of these in a row? Nice. Well, that's great. My port may actually... Oh, cool, it didn't expire. That was a bit weird there. Yeah, here we just capture circles for a bit. That is this encounter. I'll just go grab this one here. Perfect, there we go.
I want that.
Yeah, having a Mesmer just deal with ports for that section makes that section just so much more stable. Oh, you can't see the boon table. You know what, let's just turn off the boon table. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can drag this up a bit. Ah, there we go, that's better. Yes. Perfect alignment. Look at all that information in that corner of the screen, on the side of the screen. I love it. Cool. Here it's basically the same deal. We're just going to capture circles and defeat walls. That's really it. So yeah, everyone just run through it. Range players and healers just camp in it until it goes. I will get people to do a port in a little bit. Oh, hang on. /D. Ah. I was like whispering that accidentally. And then we were typing in chat as we were trying to move. There we go.
Be careful.
I might grab this one. So here we just stand on 5 buttons. And then we can actually move to the next boss. One of my personal favorites. There we go. 5 buttons.
These spirits have been wandering for a
The
long
squad
time.
was taken through here.
They didn't
Let's
die.
do... Do we just do precog? Oh, actually we'll do power break, well of action, and there we go. My personal favorite setup. There we go. And 2, sub 2, arrow, 3, circle at split. There we go. Roles are now all sorted. Yeah, we should be fine for CC. That should not be a problem whatsoever. We should have basically infinite CC. A weird opener there.
Cluster of frenzied spirits.
All stability that. Should have stability there. Yeah, CC I don't think is a problem. Stability. All those to disappear. Let's target down this charged soul there. Do stability, don't get egged. Getting egged is bad. 2 eggs. Eggs there. Clean. No ghostly, but we did get a mini gorse.
Everyone to the front! I want him captured or dead!
Intruders! Tear them apart! 100 gold for each head. Get chopping!
But yeah, quickness was very, very good there. How are you going, Oscar? It's great to see you. So we'll just go stack tight in this corner. Everything should go. Via, thank you for the follow.
What do I pay you for? I'll deal with it myself.
Cannon volunteers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's see if we can get some cannon peeps.
You're finished. Put down your arms and release these. You came all this way for a few soldiers? You really have no idea what's inside.
I mean, I can do it. Yeah, I'll do 1-3. Honestly, even if I literally just do 1-3, it's fine.
Your little journey ends here.
We might even just be able to do one cannon person. If we can get a 2-4, great. Else I'll... Great. You do 2-4. If you miss a cannon, skip it. Donvatnik, welcome in. But yeah, this is the usual shenanigans when it comes to cannons. But cool, we got them now. Yeah, just skip cannons. Skipping cannons is super fun.
Prepare the cage. We've got some visitors.
Oh no, that's like the worst thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something like uber cursed. Hey, there we go, we got it. This is why you sometimes should take blink. I hope that goes. I think it did.
Beautiful blend of talents.
Protected.
Yeah, don't touch Flame Wall. Flame Wall will, of course, instantly kill you. And yeah, that's just going to be a bit of a monster stream delay for a bit. Oh, that was a good cannon there. I respect that cannon.
I can take you to it. I can lead you to...
Yeah, we'll just skip it. So just getting a whole bunch of resis. Oh, Ah. Yeah, screw it, we're just skipping. Just skipping. That was bad timing on my part. Oh, yep, just send me there. It's probably not the right one, but at this stage it doesn't matter. We'll just kind of pick ones and take them.
Your soul is mine.
Ah! Ooh. Continuum split during a flame wall. It's always terrifying. Yeah, we might even just end up skipping. Stack heart and kill. Yeah, just purely kill. It went down so many times. Not too bad. It was a bit rough, but we got there. We got there. 2 spirit shards pretty hype though.
We're over here. Help us.
Oh, that's all good, Sparse. We got there. Beautiful. We'll leave it there for raids. And I'm going to take a break and stretch my legs. We've gone a bit long without a break, so we'll be back in a minute. Power Virtuoso has risen to be one of the top DPS builds in Guild Wars 2. Here you have a build that can be fully ranged, bring insane levels of burst damage and sustained damage, and you can tweak it to give huge amounts of break bar damage, Conde Cleanse, teleports, squad-wise portals, invisibility, extra quickness, projectile reflex, infinite boon rip, almost any piece of utility you can imagine. So let's get you set up with the last DPS build you will ever need. Welcome back everyone. For the past few months, Power Virtuoso has been my go-to DPS build. It's the build that I've used to clear Harvest Temple, and it's the build I choose when I've decided to stop messing around and just get the job done. So why is that? First up, we have insane levels of utility on this build for a very slight DPS loss. You can add things like projectile reflex, teleports, stun breaks, stealth, quickness, huge amounts of CC, Conde Cleanse, all manner of things to help carry your team.
Release your sweet!
For a DPS build, you also have huge levels of survivability with distortion and blocks available on a very short cooldown. Depending on the encounter, you can either make this build fully ranged to give yourself a ton of safety to move around the boss and avoid AoEs while still attacking, or you can trade it for huge amounts of burst damage. So you can customize this build for any encounter and know that it's going to hard carry your team. Not only that, it is simple to play with a very smooth looping rotation, and it's very easy to pick up. So let's dive in and cover what I think is overall the best power DPS build in the game. Once you become a Virtuoso, where you would usually summon clones as a Mesmer, you now instead generate psychic daggers or blades. Your shatters also get replaced with 5 Bladesong skills, which will have some familiar effects. You can also equip main hand dagger to fire ranged attacks at your target, and depending on what weapon you choose, you can potentially have fully ranged weapons on both sets, which is a huge bonus for any build in Guild Wars 2. Now circling back to our Bladesong skills. Your first skill, Bladesong Harmony, will simply fire fire your blades at your target and deal increased strike damage. A huge source of damage on this build, and it's going to be a big priority when it comes to your rotation. Bladesong Sorrow will also fire all your blades at your target and inflict strike damage plus some extra confusion. Still a good source of damage, and it's going to be used to upkeep the Deadly Blades buff. Bladesong Dissonance is your CC Bladesong. You'll fire all your blades at your target and inflict 1 second of daze per blade. Bladesong Distortion is less of a Bladesong skill and more of the regular Mesmer Distortion skill. You'll consume all the blades you have and give yourself distortion for each blade. This is basically a get out of jail free card for so many mechanics in Guild Wars 2, and is one of the things that makes Mesmer in general one of the most flexible and reliable DPS builds. Now, Blade Turn Requiem will simply consume your blades and summon a spinning AoE around you. Think a Beyblade. The more blades you consume, the longer it lasts. It's a source of extra damage, and we're going to be using it to upkeep various buffs in our build. For our gear, we want to hit 60% crit chance because of the trait Quiet Intensity, which makes it so Fury gives us an extra 45% crit chance instead of the standard 25. This means while you have Fury, you'll be critting 100% of the time. Now, we have a few options in terms of gear, and it just really depends on whether you want to use a Sigil of Accuracy or a Sigil of Impact alongside a Sigil of Force. Now, running a Sigil of Accuracy is going to give you some extra critical chance, which means you can run slightly more offensive gear stats. This is going to give you overall the highest damage. Now, however, there are benefits to running a Sigil of Impact instead of Accuracy. One is that it allows you to achieve higher burst damage on enemies at UCC, which is very handy in things like Fractals, Open World, and certain raid and strike encounters. But also what it allows you to do is to swap out the Sigil of Impact much more freely for things like Sigil of Night, Sigil of Serpent Slain, any other type of sigil that you may need for specific content. This is a very good degree of flexibility and only comes at the cost of around a 1.5% DPS drop. Now, personally, I run and do recommend the Sigil of Impact setup. This is going to give you the broadest flexibility across all areas of the game for things like Fractals, raids, different strike encounters, and you can freely swap out your sigils without having to reshuffle your gear like you do with the Sigil of Accuracy. So if you want one set of gear, go for Sigil of Impact. I'll include a link to the Sigil of Accuracy setup in the description as well. Both of these setups don't require any specific infusions, i.e. precise infusions to cap out your crit chance, although I'll also include a link in the description to a fully optimized version of this build with precise infusions, if you want to go the full hog. However, I don't. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay. What we might do now is see if we can finish off our weekly on our NA account. And so welcome in, it's great to see you. Happy Pride Month to you too, mate. Okay, let's check the Wizard's Vault. So 10 events. Okay, I probs want to run. Where is our open world Spectre build? Kind of want to run that if we can.
Time to do some real damage.
Yeah, it's short bow. It's tough. Let's heal Spectre. Why are you the way that you are? Do I have... Which character was the... Or did I not make one? Could it be this one? It's a bit hard for me to tell. One of these is a open world Spectre, which I do have a bit of a hankering to play. Let's just check. Nope. That's it. There we almost go. Yes. Okay, there it is. In business. Okay, so Alt-Shift-H can turn that off. Doing well, thanks. How about you? I'm going very, very well. Thank you for asking. Super excited to be raising money and supporting the Rainbow Railroad this month for Pride Month.
This is a place of refuge.
It was great to be able to support such a wonderful cause. And thank you to everyone who's donated so far. I super appreciate it.
Drag our good reputation straight through the guano.
Okay, now can I... Oh, we can. Oh yeah, excellent.
Everything's so blurry.
Gossek, welcome in, mate. Great to see you. Oh, Spectre getting its buffs as well in the coming balance patch. I am super keen for. Alright, let's check this. Chronomancer, yes. Okay, let's get some of that thief action going.
Rage at maximum.
You nearly frightened.
This is the Rose Room. From here on, each room will become more dangerous than the last.
And thank you for coming, Navid. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you're able to make Coalescence one day as well. I know for a fact that you will. It's just a matter of time. Oh yeah, the Spectre buffs are going to be so good.
You have entered the Room of Reflection.
Get ready. We're about to face only the gods know what, but good to see this region is fully prepared.
Now you are in the Room of Spirits, halfway to the end. Please, keep ridding this sacred place of void.
Never felt better.
I do love all the boons we get access to on Spectre. Wrong button. Let's just double check what version am I running. Potent Poison, Sleight of Hand, yeah, there we go. I think actually Shade Step is pretty sweet.
The Jasmine Room. It was my favorite before Void took over. Your courage will be remembered and rewarded.
Yeah, won't be doing any fractals today on EU, but definitely over the next week we'll be doing some.
The Room of the Peacock, laid waste by the Void. Ready yourself. The rooms are truly deadly from here.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. You get one measly jack egg above the guaranteed amount. Yeah, you just need that one little change. Oh, you can't wait for new fractal? Yeah, I'm super keen for it as well, especially given that they said they're reverting back to sort of their old design philosophy for fractals, which I think is going to be a great change.
The Room of the Serpent. Look out. Fight it. Please. Restore our temple once more.
And yeah, Heal Spectre finally getting access to Aegis. Oh, where's the elite? Here we go. No valid path to target. What is this?
Healed by darkness.
Let's just give ourselves some stability. There we go.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
I won't forget
Does that
this.
get...
The trial of the elders is
I guess
restored.
that daily done.
All the spirits thank you. I leave you.
Let's also check where we're at for events. Oh, can we tag a fire Ellie, actually? Oh, dang. We can do that. Not sure if we can. Let's try. Q size 6, we're not going to get it. Although, we'll see if it's here in this random map. There is an event up at least. Yeah, that's fine. When does the shop reset with new deals? Is it also weekly? It will reset with new... Oh, do you mean like the cash shop? In which case, I'm not sure. That could be on like a patch day or something, which is usually a Tuesday or a Wednesday, depending on where you are. If you mean the Wizard's Vault, then that will reset when a new big patch drops, which you can see the countdown in the special tab.
Rage at maximum.
I'll leave Q.
You can do it. That's an order.
Cannot maintain.
Okay.
There's the power.
Can't stop.
Yeah, the gem store? I'm not quite sure, actually. If anyone knows the answer to that, feel free to chime in. But I'd wager it's probably like a usual sort of patch day, it might, maybe.
Armor in hand. Set him up for the kill.
I'll need a shot.
Cool, so we get that one done.
Testament to my greatness.
Counts as a legendary rank.
Oh no, my dear 5,000.
Okay, defeat many Jade Mechs or Inquest. So that one. Do that one, Jade Mechs. Yep, perfect. We're on track. So many damn things. I love it. Okay.
Oh, I know of a good.
Well, we just straight up have not opened that, have we? Nice. Do we even have space? You know what? Let's not even... just literally do. Completely inefficient, but it will get it done. So we'll go defeat some enemies in Cantha. We'll just go to Echoval and do that.
Accelerating.
So here, we'll just check what we're rocking. Celerity, yep, Celerity and Torment, perfect.
Throw down the spike traps.
Where are we at? Tail end of Gang War.
I'll need your shadow. Bouncing from the dark. Get out of here!
I do love Celestial Open World Spectre.
Fall into shadows. Healed by darkness.
Cool, that gets that daily done, which finishes that off. Yeah, let's just finish this event. All the extra experience, I love it.
I'll need your shadow. There's the power.
I love Thief's Spear in open world in particular. Because even it's got a fiddly rotation, has a very specific rotation you want to be doing at various points.
Thank you all. Of course.
The fact that when you're just dealing with regular open world mobs, you only have like one thing to remember. Well, you only have to remember it for a short period, rather than execute it over and over again in a very busy, visually cluttered environment of raids.
You won't hear
Makes it not too bad. Let's grab that, and we will also... Oh, the fact these tomes are going to be freed up as well. That is going to be great. Sandswept Isles. There's going to be a bunch of Inquest in here. Alright, so Inquest are down south. I don't think we have access to... Yeah, we don't have access to that waypoint yet. What's our ping? Oh, 228. Good ping day. Some people have good hair days, I have good ping days. Although every day for me is a good hair day.
Rage at maximum.
So we just got many inquests that we have to kill. Although here... It may even be easier if I just swapped pistol, thief. We'll see. Do I have one? I do. Nice.
Target marked.
Yep, I feel like this is going to be the better shout here.
Click, click, boom. Getting healthy. Never felt better. I require more energy.
It may even be better just to put some... just put a few things on my bar. Oh, those damn lightning turrets. Actually, no, if I just focus on killing the lightning turrets, it will be totally fine.
Rage at maximum. Who's next? You're in my sights.
Oh, that's gone.
Getting healthy.
There is the rifle turret. That cripple, though. Let's try and deal with that lightning turret. Yeah, Shadow Step's going to be a good shout.
Who's next? You're in my sights.
Yep, this is working very, very well. Yeah, it's working well. Just the combination of marking into using a stolen skill, which then just triggers the auto attack of unload. Like, everything just kind of melts. And because we've got a bajillion boons as well.
It's time. One more for the mists.
Could do without that cripple, though. I don't think these actually count as inquests.
There's the power. Your spirit is mine.
Oh, damn, won't able to nab that one. The Ingress one can take a little bit if the specimen chamber isn't up, but it will get done. Where is that damn lightning turret?
Getting healthy.
There it is. Where are we at for that? 43-ish. We get to move on to different areas that are a bit less populated, because this area is always quite populated.
Your spirit is mine.
Yeah, that worked. We might want to get up the top of one of these towers at some point. Yeah, because definitely there'll be tons of inquest out here. We just need to get out here. This way? Yeah, let's just keep wandering this way. Bit of a change of scenery. See if this will let us out. Okay, we're out now. Let's go make our way up. Really just one area where there's going to be more inquest in a tighter area, so I'm not going to have to run around as much. If I can ever get out of this tree... Yeah, you like Draconis for Inquest. Yeah, Draconis would be a very good shout. If I can't find anything good here, I might move on to there. Oh, there's a bunch of Awakened. Yeah. Let's see if this character... Like, it's mainly... Draconis. Let's just wait till we're out of combat. Okay, I've only got... literally one waypoint, so that's a bit of the problem, but I guess with some updrafts we'll get there. Mercenaries remaining. Yeah, they don't really count for the mobs we're dealing with. Here we go. Yeah, we know roughly the area that we need to go. One thing I would really like, and a nice change for like the core Guild Wars 2, I would love it if heart vendors were actually more relevant in terms of like useful bits of gear that you can get. Gear that would be, you know, good for actually gearing your character while you level, because honestly most stuff you get from hearts is just functionally useless. There's a few useful things in a few certain spots, but I feel like it could be way better. I'd like it to be exciting when you complete a heart where you go, oh, what cool thing am I going to get from this vendor now? Oh yeah, here I can also use the... I think I can probably use these. I think this area works. Yeah, this is the area I want to get to. Also, what I might make a little change is I'll run even the odds here. Yeah, it's just going to inflict them with some vulnerability.
Getting healthy.
Click, click, boot.
Invigorating.
It's good getting some more spirit shards as well, which is always appreciated.
Never felt better.
Abandon hope.
That's gone.
Getting healthy.
We'll finish off this. Finish off our weekly here, and then we can find someone to raid on now too.
There's the power. I don't think your end is nigh.
Targeting. So obviously it's the thing above us.
Who's next? Pain everywhere. Getting healthy.
Can we not get up there? If we get up here, we can.
You're vulnerable.
If we get out of combat, that'd be pretty sweet. There we go. There, we're running pistol, pistol, thief at the moment. Oh, why did that happen? Let's run invigorating precision. There we go. There, we've just basically buffing up our steel a bit more. I might also... Which pistol are you using to make it sound like that? That is Hope. The Generation 2 legendary pistol.
Armor enhanced.
Arizona, how are you going? Welcome in. It is great to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Everyone, make sure to go check out Para over on Twitch. What is up, mate? Hope you're having a great day and a great start to Pride Month. Let's go blast that there. Right now, we're just working on finishing some of our weeklies on NA. We've already done them on EU. We're trying to get a bit of a head start for the next patch drops. So we can just absolutely drain the Wizard's Vault as quickly as we can.
Just a bit of your soul. You won't miss it.
Nice. We gotta be close. 89. Okay, we are close. Good. Good, 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 good.
Getting healthy.
It's cool, but very squishy. Not really. It depends. Like, you can basically just choose some of the more defensive traits here, and you can make yourself incredibly durable. Just right there, I was running the far more squishy version. But yeah, this is basically the build I'll use if I'm solo kiting something like Kadeem, if I'm fighting on Decima. Because yeah, you can just have insane amounts of lifesteal.
Rage at maximum.
I also check the back room here for the event, makes it super fast if it's up. That's a good point as well. we go. That one's now done. Oh, you seem to be super behind? No, that's not just you, that's everyone. We've had some weird stream issues today, where we've just had a massive delay. At one point it was 7 minutes, so the fact that it's only like a minute for you is pretty good.
Rage at maximum.
And you had a super fun event yesterday, Silvari Fashionables. That is awesome. Definitely, especially over the next week where I will be streaming a lot more. I'll do my absolute darndest to get in on some of those pre-events. Just, yeah, the times can be a little bit tricky here in Australia because most of them are around sort of like 3 in the morning or something like that. But that is awesome. I'm looking forward to taking part. Let's grab that. Chaos Caverns. Okay, yeah. So we're going to have to do that now. Central Tyria, squads. Is it Praxis? It is. It's always Praxis. Okay. Do we have to go over here? There we go. Then you're crushing everything. Thank you. So fast. Oh yeah, Pistol Thief in open world for squishy mobs like that is so good. Now here we've done that now. That's right. It's just the joys of the Australian time zone. It's a notoriously tricky one. But yeah, now this week, because I will be streaming basically like 12 hours a day, no, not Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, should have time to catch things, which will be pretty sweet. Okay, so now I need to actually drain 30 Astral Claim here so I can claim this. I thank you for joining the meeting at 6 AM too, especially on Sunday. No, that's all good. Yeah, it worked out alright because, yeah, I got up at about... because the meeting for me was at about 5:30, so I was up at 5. Had the meeting, it was great. You did an excellent job hosting it. Information that was super helpful. Yeah, that made it so much easier to get everything set up on Tiltify, so that was great. So basically during that meeting, I was up and ready to go. And then I went back to sleep for a few more hours. Okay, so I need to spend 30 Astral Acclaim. What is the most efficient way I can... I need to actually spend 31 Astral Acclaim. I mean, it's kind of just doing that. And then we promptly do that.
Good use for this.
There we go. That is now 2 accounts all set for the Wizard's Vault reset in a day. That is going to be nice. Just consume that, gobble that up. This account's actually got a little bit of gold tied to it, which is sweet. Get some gold through that. Amir, what's up? It's great to see you. Hope you're having a great day, my friend.
Until we converse again.
I don't know why my other permanent gathering tools aren't here. That means they're somewhere else on 25 character. So that's truly helpful. Let's just consume all that. Dunk on that. Nice amount of karma there. How much karma are we on? Both our accounts, I think, are on about 9 million karma, which is cool. Let's just see. Oh, there's some other infusions. I should really consolidate some of my infusions over there, actually. Hang on. Where is Guild Wars 2 efficiency? Yeah, maybe. Out. Bring you up there. Type? What are infusions under, actually? equipment. Item upgrades include... Oh, there they are. Okay. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of... Oh, I know why. It's because I was doing something really sketchy and I was trying to min-max Pistol Thief. And nice to hear it was helpful. It 100% was. Wish you a fun June. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great month. I'm so glad we get to support Tyria Pride and Rainbow Railroad as well. It's fantastic. You're going to do some old adult... Oh, I was going to say old adulting, but that's not what I meant. Adulting will be lurking. Thank you so much for that, mate. Best of luck with the adulting. I will also have to do some adulting soon. I wish there was a remove all button for infusions. Okay, so that leaves us... What's on here? I've got Mighty Infusions on the Celestial build for what I can only assume is the most valid of reasons. Good, I didn't put them on that, which is nice. And I'll have to suss out what our next build guide will be as well, because I usually just keep these infusions and I cycle them between the characters that I'm doing a build guide on. Alright, 24. Cool, so we got 20 malign infusions and we got 24 mighty infusions there as well. And we still got all those. And we still got the bag slots on this account, which is nice. Let's consolidate those. They're living there. I'll deal with those down the track. And oh, the Wizard Scroll coming this week. I'm so keen for that. I can actually start using these correctly. I can almost actually craft another legendary on this account. Awesome, Mo. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I think what I'll do... We will have the World versus World Rush coming up sometime soon. So I will try and hit that up on both my main accounts. So on NA and EU. That should get us a few Gifts of Battle. And eventually on my EU account, I will start making the push for legendary weapons as well. Now for those, I will probably do Aurine weapons, which I think require... I'll check actually. See how many they need. Let's go Aurine's Bite. Yeah, just pick a random one. It's not using own materials. Scroll, big old list. Okay, so it's 38 clovers we need. So I can easily get the remaining few from various avenues, and if I was to take a look at my wallet right now, it's a little bit hard to see. We could probably get some from... Well, we definitely can get some from raids. Can probs do some from fractals as well. I actually haven't done fractals for quite a while. But I think my plan will be to get Gift of Battle on this account and EU. We'll probably end up with 2. I think at least 2 on each account from the World vs. World Rush, so we'll try and hit that up. Then I can use the clovers on this account to craft 2 Aurine weapons to then send back to EU. I think that's the play. And then I should probably have enough for 4 weapons after that. So I can do basically 2 on EU, can do 2 on NA, send the ones from NA over to EU, and we're 4 legendary weapons up. That will definitely be a down the track kind of thing, so I'm just trying to convince myself not to do anything really sketchy with the Mystic Clovers just yet. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying... where is it? Yeah, here we go. This open world Spectre build. This has been an absolute blast to play with. Because even if I go to some of the more sussy challenges, So if we go down here, as we can go to the frog sort of mastery challenge here, notoriously difficult one to solo. And this is super fun.
Accelerating.
Three, 2, 4, 3, 3. Two, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. There we go, we've got all the Shadow Force now. Yes, that one really hurt. The Mob here is super painful. And what I actually should have done here to make this better was get the resistance trait. It definitely would be way easier if I had the resistance trait. So if we grab that and head to Traversing Dust, so our wells, well, our shadow sets will heal and we get resistance. And last rush you did 16 Gifts of Battle, still got 14 left, stuck on Obsidian Arm for now. Damn, that is awesome. I'm looking forward to getting as many Gifts of Battle as I possibly can at that time. Because yeah, I'm 100% going to need a great deal of them. But yeah, it's fantastic for this hero point as well. Give ourselves some stability. And Trevor, Spear Spectre, still haven't practiced with it enough yet, but seems fun. It is really, really fun, I find, especially in open world, because you don't have to... You only have to basically execute the loop for a short period of time, then everything dies. But the great things about it is the fact that your 2 and 3, you obviously have to... These basically become your auto attack chain, and you do have to activate the skills manually. You actually want to disable auto attack on this build. But yeah, you can basically spam the 2 for a bunch of damage, and the 3 will give you notably lifesteal on Vampiric Slash and stealth on Shattering Assault. So quite often what I'm doing is I'm going 2 and then 3, so I trigger the Vampiric Slash because it's the second one. Then I will go 2 again to trigger Falling Spider for more damage. So my first combo is 2, 3, 2. And then after you use a finisher, which will be either Falling Spider or Shattering Assault, you can do Distracting Throw, which will mean you do 10% extra condition damage and strike damage. And then it will act as a lead attack. So then I do 3, 3. So then I can go into Stealth, regenerate my initiative, and then I'll go into Shroud. And it works out very well. So it becomes 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. And you sort of execute that loop, and it works very well. And Law Fairy, welcome in. What's the consensus on Heal Necro with the rework coming? Will it be good or nah? Heal Necro will be a bit less of a hard carry healer because you will lose the transfusion effect. You'll lose the revive on Shroud. But it's going to become a better healer overall because now it's going to get an actual support weapon and more access to stability, which is incredibly important. So overall, I think Necro is a winner here. But yeah, we'll demonstrate again. We can quite easily solo this one. Just going to use my wells because I'm using Relic of the Chronomancer for some quickness. Just going into Shroud to just navigate these mobs for a bit. 2, 3, 2. There we go. That's actually the hard part done. Let's give ourselves some stability. 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. Let's give ourselves some stability. Break the bar. 2, 3, 2, 4, 3. And you can see the level of lifesteal that we get. Finally, weekly done. Nice, Gossek. And also you've got evades baked into your build for free as well, which is super nice. So give ourselves some stability and blast out our wells. But even one of the most notoriously difficult hero points becomes quite easy with this setup because the sheer amount of lifesteal that you get, it's really, really good. The hard part here really for this first bit is just dealing with these initial mobs. Once you do that, then you're fine. Just gonna wait till I can get some stability up.
Still smarter than you. Getting healthy.
There we go. Now we're actually just in a bit more of a stable spot. Yeah, this thing does still hurt.
Bounty from the dark. Go to the dark.
And on a Celestial build, because your lifesteal I think scales with your healing power, so the actual survivability you have is super good. Might be putting just snap target on here. And yeah, the sheer amount of boon coverage you get is really nice. It's 25 might, fury, quickness. There's good product time, I believe. Vigor is great. Want to stay in Shroud just for a bit until we can get those wells up. There we go, we're back to full health.
Fall into shadows.
It's going to blast all our wells. I shouldn't have actually blasted my healing well there.
Getting healthy.
Nice. It's always a good time. But okay, let's take a look and see who else is online. Actually, we might head out to Cello Frag tonight. Beautiful. Let's go and tee that up. Okay. Excellent. Thank you all so much. Did I just fumble my words? Oh, we'll figure it out. Thank you all so much, everyone, for hanging out. It's been fantastic. Thank you to everyone who came along for raids, and a special thank you to everyone who donated towards the Rainbow Railroad for Tyria Pride. I really appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who gifted subs. I really appreciate that. You're all incredibly kind. We're going to go tee up a raid to Cellofrag now, who is doing a whole bunch of giveaways. All 16 Aurine Legendaries giveaway. Hell yes. So yes, make sure you enter for that. That's going to be a good time. And the next time everyone sees us, we will be streaming live for drops after the new patch lands. So I'll post in Discord what my schedule will be. Also, probably after this, I'll probably forget, but at some point after this, I'll update my Twitch schedule. That will show what our schedule is going to be for the next week. We have some big streams lining up. We're going to be going for over 12 hours a day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then coming back again on Sunday after a day off on Saturday. So that's going to be fantastic. Although, yeah, like I mentioned on my last stream, my nan's going in hospital to get a hip replacement, and depending on like how she goes, we'll may have to shuffle things around because make sure we go visit her in hospital. So there'll be some flexibility with our schedule. But thank you all so much. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on the other side of this new patch drop. It's going to be fantastic. And you're going to have a whole bunch of fun drops, sub-redeems live as well. It's going to be great. But for now, you all take care. We're going to catch you all in a few days as we rest up, get ready for drops, and we'll catch you all on Wednesday. Cheers. Secrets of the Obscure has been out for a week now, and it has never been a better time to be a Guild Wars 2 player. So today, we're going to chat about one of the biggest features they've released in this expansion, relics. Welcome back, everyone. With the Secrets of the Obscure expansion release, runes have now been completely reworked. Now previously, runes would come in a set of 6, with the first 5 generally being basic stats, and the 6th bonus usually means something a bit more dramatic, and that would usually be the main reason you would actually take a relic. Whereas now, this 6th bonus has been removed from the rune and shifted over to a new relic slot instead. How you doing? You doing good? You're going to supervise. So previously with runes, one of the issues that you would have is you would want runes both for the stats they provided, but also the 6th bonus that they would give you as well. And sometimes you would run into the situation where the 6th bonus would require you to take stats that weren't particularly useful to your build. Whereas now, you no longer have to make that choice. You can take the runes that you want for whatever stats you prefer, and the relic for that Omega bonus that you used to get from your 6th slot on your rune. This has opened up a whole range of runes that you're able to choose now that you don't need the 6th bonus, given that's shifted over to a relic. Overall, this has increased the power level of basically all builds in the game. So when you log in for the expansion, you can expect a straight increase in power on your character. Just make sure you actually go through and equip a relic. It won't happen by default. A whole bunch of new relics have been released with this expansion, with a lot of them being available from this relic chest you'll get whenever you log into a level 80 character for the first time after you've bought the expansion, with some unique ones coming as part of this expansion. As is usually the case with equipment in Guild Wars 2, some of these are just straight up better than the others. So today, we're going to go through which of these relics you as a